by storm. We're going to take over this country. Enough is enough. We had it with the front. We had enough of them.
Oh yeah, we're going.
It's our turn now. Young, vibrant, honest, decent people.
Bring it on.
We don't have nothing to hide. We ain't hiding anything. We don't have to duck.
Oh boy, bring it on.
Greetings to all who are listening by means of radio and via the wide web. A special good evening, especially to my family and friends listening overseas. Once again, it is a sense of pride and humility that I stand here, positioned to be your next representative in government. I know you might be asking, why is it that I will not answer some of the concerns raised by the opposition there in West End at the meeting on Saturday? The issues that our people face and are encountering on a daily basis are more important to me than to answer my opponents. I have served this country for over 36 years. And with that 36 years, I have been able to interact with a number of persons, young, old, and in between. I know exactly what the people of Anguilla are going through. In 1969, the British paratroopers landed on Anguilla. They came here because they thought that Anguilla was full of rebels. Anguillans were only fighting to maintain a good for their own selves and for their country. I remember during the early days, my father used to say to me, "Hey boy, the frigates are here again." They used to refer to the British warships as frigates. But I want to let you know, I lived long enough to know that Anguilla was full of frigates. The people who ran this country from 2000 to 2010 were only but frigates. All they wanted to know was frig this country. And the frigates still want to get on board again to run the ground. But say no more to the frigates. We don't want no more frigates in Anguilla. 1969 was enough. The paratroopers landed. They came in our forms. But no more frigates. We had enough. I know tonight is everyone's night, so it won't be long. But what I want to tell you tonight, my friends, that there are a lot of things that I've realized that this country needs in order to move forward. You will know, for example, that the Royal Anguilla Force is struggling on every hand. When I'm elected to government, I will ensure that legislation is enacted to take care of our special needs children and the elderly. I would ensure that harmony is promoted between the government officials and the public service. I will promote a closer working relationship between our political directorate, the governor's office, and the civil servants. All you hear coming out now that the deputy governor is in charge of the civil servant and the political directorate can't tell them anything. But that will stop. We're going to ensure that that stop. All of us will have to live here, and all of us will have to get a piece of the pie. No longer will the civil servant stay in office and don't do no work. and had discussions with service providers to provide a state-of-the-art CTC system to enable the members of the Royal Anguilla Police Force to do a more effective tracking system of men, women and children and vehicles, especially at night. You would notice for years now, the Commissioner of Police and other ranks have been crying out to we the people to give them information. I say, my friends, the time has come when we have to turn to technology to catch these criminals. I would impress on the governor's office and the governor to provide tracking devices for our police fleet of vehicles. I would also impress on the British government to assist us with setting up a state-of-the-art 911 emergency center to provide them with the necessary resources to do the job. My heart is burning when we have the emergency services stopping on the road and trying to find out where to go. I would ensure that there are proper overhead signs and signals to aid the emergency vehicles in and out of this country. I will promote and ask the British government to provide the Royal Anguilla Police Force with a state-of-the-art Coast Guard vessel to patrol our 200 nautical miles to the north to secure our borders. Our borders are not secure. We belong to the British. They must help us. Don't tell us they like us and you're helping us, man. We need your help. Most of our resources coming through St. Martin. And I will ensure that there's a Coast Guard service stationed at Blowing Point to aid and assist if there's emergency between St. Martin and Anguilla. We should not have to wait until a boat comes from Sand Ground to come to the Blowing Point ferry terminal or to the channel to assist if there's an emergency. That should have been done a long time ago. Another thing with the police department, the legislation should be put in place to make sure that our police officers travel with tasers and pepper spray to assist with their gear.
We gotta get to.
And very important, my friend, a police post in the western end of the island and also an up and running ambulance service station. The funding or the building of a new administration building. One day I asked the question, how much money the government of Anguilla pays out annually in rental fees for government offices. It runs in the millions of dollars, my friends. And these millions of dollars are going into private hands. I said it's the time we have a proper up and running administration building. We gotta get funds. The British government has to help us. We are your children. We are asking for help. The British. Lifeguards on popular tourist beach attraction. You go over the Shoal Bay on an average day, hundreds of tourists on the beach, and the day when I told them fall in difficulty in the water, then nobody get help. We need to have that up and running. Something that has come obvious and dear to my heart, and I'm very concerned about it. The system as it stands, your father dies, leave a piece of property, somebody go on that piece of property and occupy it for about 10 to 15 years. 12 years to be exact. Unmolested, they become the owner of that property. I say enough is enough. That legislation will have to change. There are people overseas who have property back home can lose their property just through that piece of legislation that has to change. But tonight is Heaven's night. And I have come here, my friends, to encourage you, the people of District Number 4, Valley South, to support Evan Gums. Give him a next 5, 10, or 15 years in office. he's still a young man. Saul had 25 years. I know one might be saying tonight, Lord, we need to give the former minister another chance, but I'm going to go in the Bible because that is what frightened the minister. But I'm reminded that when Samuel was asked to go to Jesse's house to anoint a king, he was scared of Saul. And the Spirit of God said to Samuel, how long will you mourn for Saul, seeing that I've rejected him of becoming king of Israel? And they're saying to the people of Valley South, how long will you continue to mourn for Victor? How long will you continue to mourn for Victor? How long will you continue to mourn for Victor? I have rejected him in 2010 by 211 plus. How long will you continue to mourn for Victor? I have rejected him. Vote for heaven. Vote for heaven. Vote for the tree. Vote for the tree. Vote for the AM. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7:30. I don't want to turn on the current no more. Good night. May God bless Anguilla.